If you took a look on my other example of the ripple or the wave stitch, you will notice that I kept on telling you guys that if you want to see if you made any mistake, you're always going to notice that around this place, because see, this is the first set of the double crochets we worked on the first row, and this is the second one. We're always going to work our first set of the double crochet on the next row in this chain, the chain that matches the second double crochet of the first set of double crochets, and then we're going to work the next shell of 2 double crochets in the chain on top of the first double crochet of the second shell from the previous round. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's like you're always going to work the next 2 shells in the middle of them or something. So these are the 2. Those 2 are always going to be the double crochets. You're going to work these on top of them. Now we're going to work the side of the heel. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole project. So that's 1, 2, 3, and we are in the valley again. So start working double crochets, but hold the last loop on your hook. So do that again, just like that. We have 3 loops, so wrap the material over and pull through all 3 of them, and do that again to complete the valley. So that's 1, wrap the material over, insert your hook through the next chain, pull through 2 and hold. So I'm gonna work a little bit faster now so I can reach the end of this row. So work the side of the heel, and you do that by crocheting 3 double crochets in 3 separate stitches. Valley. So exactly like I was telling you, we're working on top of the second double crochet from the previous set of the double crochets. And work another shell of 2 double crochets in the same chain. See, this is where increasing the number of stitches we decreased in the valley. We are working the side of the heel, so 3 individual double crochets here, we're in the valley, so work 2 double crochets together, joined together, hold the 3 loops and pull the yarn through all 3 of them, and do that again. So wrap the material over, insert your hook through the next chain, pull through once and through all 3 loops you have on this chain, on the hook. And now work the side of the valley to the peak, the side of the hill to the peak of it. 3 individual double crochets. You might get lost here because you don't have another stitch to work in, but this is the stitch, the last stitch, and if you skip this one, your margin are going to look very weird. And I kept on telling you that we have to match what we have at the beginning with what we have at the end. So we worked 2 double crochets at the beginning, followed by the side, and so on. So we have to work 2 double crochets in this, on top of this stitch. So insert your hook. See, there's a small gap there. So insert your hook through that. Just like that. And work 2 double crochets here. And we're going to change color now. And don't finish the double crochet, just keep the 2 loops right there. And I'm going to cut my yarn. And we're going to change color. This is what I'm going to use. It's just a small thread. I'm going to use this thread for the example here. So we have to make a slip knot. I prefer making a slip knot so it would be safer for the yarn not to unravel or something. So that's a slip knot. Okay, let me focus the camera. Okay, that's better. Insert your hook through the loops again. So take your slip knot, insert your hook through that, and then just insert your hook through the 2 loops, and now work a chain of 3. As I was telling you, you always work a chain 3, always. First, every row is worked the exact same way as the previous one. They always match. It's nothing. There's nothing new you have to add on the next row, except when you're changing color, because you have to cover the tails. That is, if you don't want to sew them afterwards in your project, which I never like to do. I hate sewing my yarn, so I prefer just crocheting over it and hide it. So now wrap the material over your hook and right under your 2 tails, and insert your hook in the first chain, and just work a double crochet there. Okay, 1 second, I'm not grabbing the yarn right. So right under the tails, and work 1 double crochet. So this is covering the tails. And now work 3 individual double crochets on the side. And my video is over again, so I'll meet you up, guys, in the next part.